All right, so we're doing a quick video on supplementing your animals when you get horse, sheep, alpaca, other big animals, goats, etc. They generally need more than just hay. So today we're giving Pablo, our Spanish horse over here, he was an ex-Olympic jumping horse, giving him some Purina equine senior meal because he's getting older. He's not quite 20 yet. He's probably about 18 years old. And so he needs a little supplementation because his hoof walls are not growing in the way they need to. And, he's not as plump and fat and muscular as he used to be when he was in his prime, but he's still looking real good. We're going to show you some of that. So this is what we give him. We give him some twice a day right now. I've got this canister to put it in, and I've got a little thing to hang it on. It's also a really good way to get him away from the alpaca if I need to move him away for whatever reason, whether we need to halter up one of the males for a reason, or, we need to give them their specific feed because they also have feed. And so we're going to be doing that today as well. They get some grain. They need to get like selenium and other minerals from that grain that they don't just get from the hay, especially because you don't know what's in your hay. I mean, you get a grass hay or an orchard grass hay or a Timothy hay or whatever it is, an oat hay. Those are the ones that we can feed the alpaca. And their nutrient profile is going to really vary depending on the soil, depending on the seed, depending on what was mixed into it, depending on when it was cut, depending on, there's so many factors. So you really need to supplement them with things like grain. That's not their main diet, but it's part of it. And same thing for Pablo. He just can't put on weight and he can't get the minerals he needs to get that hoof wall grown in at the speed that we need it so that he can be walking around and, his feet not hurting. And also so we can put shoes on him. When we put shoes on him, he needs enough of that hoof wall to ensure that we can, put these little nails in there to hold them in place because he needs shoes now especially. And we do ride a little bit on gravel, so he needs those shoes so his feet don't hurt, especially with him. He's got arthritis from all the jumping he used to do, and he'll still try to jump when I ride him, depending on the terrain. Like when I was riding him in the snow, he was going real fast. He wanted to go fast at least, and I was letting him go a little bit. And anytime he would see a branch above his head, he would jump and try to touch it with his mouth. And so he likes to do that, but it ends up hurting him. So we need to put some stuff in there to ensure that he has that hoof wall to keep the arthritis down, and also so we can put shoes on him so he feels less of that pain. So yeah, we're going to be showing you a little bit about how we segregate them, how we feed Pablo with the Purine equine senior meal, and then also some of the stuff that we're going to be feeding our alpaca and our sheep as well. So I hope you like this video. All right, so here's the country feed that we give to the alpaca and llamas. So it's pellets. We use this big grain bucket, get some things like selenium and protein and fat, lots of vitamins, minerals. So you can kind of tell the shear folks when they came out, they could look at which alpaca need more of this. And, some of them either they can tell by the toenails or the teeth, how fat they are. There's a ridge line on their back. You want to feel enough meat there, but not too much. And so if they're getting too skinny back there, it's too bony. And so that's when you need some more of this. So we're going to cut this open and pour them some grain. As you can see, they're getting their grain. Pablo's getting his. Gotta get those cows some hay so they don't push through the fence. They get pretty rascally when they're not involved. So this is going to the cows. All right, here you guys go. Had to shoo that rooster off. He's trying to get some of those grains. Unfortunately, our chickens can sneak through some areas, and so you kind of got to keep everybody happy. Otherwise, people start stealing and breaking out and breaking fence. And you'll see over here the Highlanders, when they saw the grain come in before I gave them their own fresh bale of hay, they were sticking their head through the fence. And that's why we have these super redundant fences that have wire and wood. And in their case, they have barbed wire, wire, and wood. So it's like a triple redundant fence. And the next step is we need to essentially make this wood waterproof. We're going to paint it. We usually use pressure treated wood, but in this case, I've got a gal that I barter with who gives me 8-foot lumber pieces, and so we can use them for small projects like this. But you'll see over here, these Highlanders bust their head through the fence. So you can see right there how mangled it is. So that's how it is. Got to keep this rooster away. Fed the males the grain. Now I'm bringing this over to the females. So hopefully they'll enjoy it. All right, so we got the grain over here, a little staging area where we shore them before. So we're gonna shake it and see if we can get them to come on down. Yeah, they're all coming in. Come on in, girly girls. Come on in.
Why do they all want?
They want that grain. It's good for them.
Don't get the sheep.
I know. I'm keeping her out on purpose.
Want some grain? The baby wants some grain.
We got most of them in. Got to get the one, not the sheep. So we're going to separate her. Get this one back in. There we go. That's all of them but the sheep. Get them all in there. Oh, nope, not you. You gotta go eat that grain. There you go. Keep the sheep away. Go on, get. Let's see if that last one will just go in. What, did you guys eat it all already? Oh. All right, well, let's shake the grain a little bit, see if they come back. Had to catch a sheep in the process. Wouldn't recommend it doing it this way, but I had a little hay strap, so I just caught her and she was running with me. It was easy. Got her in here.
Why is she throwing up?
So we do a mix of the alpaca llama food and a little bit of that Purina senior mix, because we do have some elderly girls over here, including Pele right here. So supposedly she's only got a year or two left, but we'll see. She looks pretty healthy to me. Got the alpaca, got the Highlanders, got Pablo, and got Haoki, the sheep, and a bunny. All right, so bag up. Expose those pellets. We're gonna drop them in here. We still have some left. So as you can see, we're gonna use that old stuff first and then fill up the new stuff. And then we're gonna be putting it in this bin right here so you can come around and eat it. And we're gonna kind of segregate them from the alpaca. So we'll try to halter them up and, you know, keep them from getting to the alpaca grain. Lock her up. Well, over here is looking happy. Got his meal in. How you feeling, bud? Ready to go run some miles? All right, I gotta put some of this ivermectin out once a year, deworming. So you just set the weight. So I'm gonna adjust the weight right there. And then yeah, we just kind of adjust this screw. So I just kind of screwed that down, you can see. And then we're just gonna pump it in his mouth. It's better to do this with a bit because then he can't spit it out, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna do the best with what we got right now. Okay, we're gonna put this in your mouth. You can see he's chewing it up. So, got it out. Good job, Bobby. Good job, my man. Food coming along. We're pretty much out. Mr. Bunny over here hanging. Yep, Bunny's back there too. All right, gonna untie Pablo. Bud. Gotta give you a nice little brush, huh? You have a brush. All done feeding the boys. One more supplement is this salt lick right here. You definitely want a regular white salt lick with pretty much all your animals, alpaca, sheep, llama, horse. You definitely need that. We needed it for Pablo because he needs that salt. You can get the mineral ones. Those are not bad either, but you'll notice with the white ones, they tend to lick it more because it's just pure salt. So they don't tap out on all the other minerals, and they'll stop licking it when they don't need it. And then for the alpaca llama, specifically a selenium lick is important. So, but the white salt lick for sure, guaranteed you need that. And then if you can get a selenium lick for the alpaca llamas, it's a smart move in my opinion. You can see the chickens are eating the scraps if they can find any. One more thing I want to mention, our unequivocal favorite feed of all is Modesto Milling. They do organic. We only feed organic to the chickens and ducks, our rabbits too. We used to do organic hay for the horses and alpaca, but we had to drive all the way to Montana. We had a big drought one year, or rather a lot of heat storm, and unfortunately they didn't have as much hay that year, so we haven't been able to pick up since from that distributor. But yeah, Modesto Milling all the way, not only for chicken feed, rabbit feed, duck feed. We get some of our senior equine meal. So I showed you the Purina earlier, but our preference is to go with the Modesto Milling version. I'm sure they have an alpaca feed. We don't get that up here in Idaho, but it's our favorite for sure. And so that's what I'm going to be feeding our chickens right now. All right. So there you have it. Got to feed those ducks too. Well, there you have it, you guys. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If If you learned something, shoot me a like, subscribe, and follow, and all that good stuff, so that we can get our channel out to other people as we grow this from something small to something much larger. And if you have any questions about our feed that we're using, from the Purina to the Modesto milling, how to get organic feed, what to do like animal husbandry wise, alpaca, llama, sheep, horses, all that kind of stuff, please comment, please follow. Once again, get a hold of me. I'm on LinkedIn, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So I hope and pray you guys have a blessed Saturday. God bless.